Hi, my name is Joshua Prieto. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I am currently in the Digital Cinematography online course for Full Sail University. And I'm going to be talking about how the camera has evolved and influenced the history of motion picture art. The camera, as we all know, captures images in motion. That's why it's called motion pictures. But we could go back to 1878 to a $25,000 bet made by the governor of California, where he hired Edward Maybridge to photograph a horse in motion. And what they did is they set up a bunch of cameras and trip cords for whenever the horse was going by. The horse would trip the cords and cause the camera to shoot pictures to see if the horse at some point had all its feet up in the air or not. And this eventually gave way to the creation of the camera. And this is how a film camera operates.
The camera is a tool that focuses and measures photons of light and records them as images. With a film camera, light enters through the lens and hits a frame of film behind the lens. The film is covered with an emulsion that contains grains of silver halide crystals. These crystals react chemically when light hits them, and the crystals change into silver metal when they are developed. A photographic image is formed on the film.
The camera has gone a long way from film to digital, from big and bulky and noisy to little compact and super powerful. When cameras first started off, they were humongous and very noisy. They had to even create a small room to keep the noise contained. And nowadays you could go to Best Buy or you can go online, buy a GoPro, a small camera. The following clip goes on to explain how a digital camera works.
Sensor or chip behind the lens. The sensor is made up of millions of tiny picture elements, or pixels for short. When light enters the camera, it hits the pixels and creates individual electronic charges. These charges are measured and converted into digital data that represent the image.
I think one of the greatest innovations and leap forward in the process and history of the camera in motion pictures is the transition from film to digital. Because now, with digital, you're limitless. Just look at what Felix Baumgartner did with Red Bull, jumping from the stratosphere with a GoPro. Could you imagine him doing that with a 35mm camera? I really can't imagine that. I strongly believe that cameras and film have a lot to evolve, especially now in the digital age. Thank you very much.